Capitalism is a fundamentally broken system that privileges the interests of the few, which is why we need more female CEOs. I felt like Barry didn't really understand my vision. Do you think I have what it takes to be the first female CEO? My vision might be better understood girl on girl. Today I'm sitting down with an ethical school. Today I'm sitting down with Teresa Chahine, who will give me a better understanding of how I can implement my vision. What does it take to be a good entrepreneur? Is it about the ability to cross your arms and sort of, or is there something deeper?
Well, I actually don't recommend that you cross your arms when you're presenting. I think it makes you look defensive and insecure.
My life is all about building community. Oh, sorry. Just my dad. Hey, Dad.
I think you should talk to your grandmother. She is quite sick and you haven't answered her calls.
I'm building my rocket. The mission can be profitable, which, thank God, because otherwise, I mean.
Yes, I think even for-profit entrepreneurs can be mission-driven. You can make a lot of money and help people at the same time.
You've done valuable work for the Environmental Protection Agency. How can we get the public to understand the urgency of the threat of climate change and also not compromise profit at any stage?
If you think of it in the short term, then you might do it in a way that damages the environment. But if you think of it in the long term, then the only way to create financial value is through investing in the planet and in the environment.
And that wouldn't compromise profit, just to be sure, because that's my, in my investment portfolio, that's my priority. But also on the same level as, of course, the climate.
So, okay.
But they're equally important, but of course, you know. Can you make a happier, healthier world at a scalable price point?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, can you make a more joyful world, and can you make it marginally profitable?
Maybe you could.
Can you make it IPO? Can you make it a unicorn?
Can you make it a unicorn? Anything is possible.
That's what I like to hear.
It's really healthy for people who are looking to make a huge amount of money to do so in the context of thinking about why they want to make a huge amount of money. Like, usually the reason you want to make a huge amount of money is because you want to feel...
I'm the founder and her EO. Get it? Like... Get it? Because it's like...
I don't really get it, no.
It's like CEO,
right.
But I'm a woman, so I'm a founder and her EO. My business is...
Maybe it would be more relevant to say she-EO.
Why?
Because then it sounds like CEO, but it speaks to your gender. Because her EO has like no parallel in CEO, but you could say she-EO.
Okay.
Think about it.
Okay, I don't really have like an ear for poetry, but so I'm looking to launch a business that will empower women, specifically me, but also hopefully other women. I'm looking for a business that will enrich women, again, specifically me. My business is Grope, which is an incubator for small to billionaire stage startups. G, it stands for Grope, of course. It also stands for girl and gross profit.
Did you say it's called Grow?
Grope.
Grope.
Because it's like you want someone to grow up. You want a growth for
Oh,
business.
it's not like groping someone.
No.
Okay. So it's grow up.
Grope, but it's one word. We shorten it to grope, just to make it catchier.
I see.
If you have any feedback,
yeah,
also.
I might rethink that, because when I think grope, I think like behaving in an inappropriate way with other people's body parts.
Oh, okay.
So grow would be great. Just GROW would be great.
Grow. I just worry it loses some of its proprietary value.
I don't think grope is very proprietary. You can probably find it used a lot out there on the internet.
I was wondering if I could just throw some ideas at you.
Go for
and
it.
I want you to be brutal.
Okay.
As women, we need to be able to shoot each other down sometimes.
Okay.
In a productive way.
In order to lift each other up.
Exactly.
Okay.
Shoot each other down to lift
so
each
that
other
we may
up.
rise collectively.
Shoot each other down so we may rise. These are actually modeled after the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
Okay.
So one of the United Nations goals is to reduce inequalities. What about a dating app that uses AI to make everyone equally hot?
Interesting. In real life or on the app?
Well, I don't know how AI could make everyone equally hot in real life.
So eventually you are going to meet the person in real life and then they won't be equally hot. So how are you helping them? I'm going to shoot that one down.
You create your reality.
Sorry, sometimes I need affirmation. Okay, no poverty is another goal. What if we decrease wealth inequality globally by letting low-income communities franchise McKinsey, which has traditionally been kept out of those spaces?
What do you mean by franchise McKinsey?
Well, I mean,
like they would run consulting companies?
we know that McKinsey is a space that increases wealth, right? But McKinsey only operates in spaces where people are already wealthy. I mean, why? Why can't you have a McKinsey anywhere in the world? Why can't it be inclusive?
Because people can't afford it.
McKinsey should make that more accessible.
So you want McKinsey to make less money?
Maybe there's a mini McKinsey. Maybe there's a girl named Mackenzie that they deploy to smaller countries.
Is that girl you?
No, I need to find a girl named Mackenzie.
Okay, I see. And also you want to make more money, not less money. This doesn't sound like a win-win situation. I'm going to go ahead and shoot it down.
Feed fear a suck-it sandwich.
What? Is that an affirmation?
I don't even know what that said.
Something about a suck-it sandwich.
I didn't feel better after it. Let me
Maybe
just
you
say
should
that.
try another one.
You are a badass.
Does that make you feel better?
Truthfully, a little bit.
Okay.
Another sustainable development goal is partnerships and goals that are fulfilling. What about a service that facilitates joint ventures between maybe, young startups and a well-resourced investor, companionship, housing, and someone could seek this arrangement?
That sounds great.
Okay, so how do you think we could get that off the ground?
So you're talking about like co-housing, right?
I guess I would
Or you
wanna,
mean on a company level?
I would want to pair people up on a one-to-one level.
To be roommates.
There are people who haven't had their lives figured out, but they have joie de vivre. And then there are older people who have resources, and maybe they're kind of sick of the world. Could they give each other something?
I think that's a great idea. A lot of entrepreneurs can't afford rents.
Yeah.
So they can kind of mooch off the angel investors
Exactly.
while also kind of cheering them up and making
Yeah.
them feel like they have purpose.
Give them purpose, get a Birkin.
You may be onto something.
Another sustainable development goal is zero hunger. We all know that Ozempic has proliferated, which means that there is more food waste than ever. I'm sure that restaurants like Nobu are throwing away sushi left and right. What if we took those food scraps and we gave it to people in need?
Well, I love the idea of reducing wasted food.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think uncooked fish is a good idea.
If not uncooked fish, would it be like vegan pastries?
Vegan pastries could be an option. They mostly have sugar and coconut cream.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to have something more nutritionally, rich.
Yeah. Maybe
I love vegan pastries.
What's your favorite?
Usually something chocolatey. Why don't you open a vegan bakery in New Haven?
Doesn't sound like a way to take over the world.
And you can call it growth.
I just don't see that being a billionaire level company.
Maybe not.
I just feel like as women we limit ourselves. Zuckerberg didn't say, open a vegan bakery. He said, let me destroy democracy.
He actually said, I just want to be able to see the photos and names of all the students.
Hot women. I mean, he wanted to rank women based on how hot they were. That's the entrepreneurial dream, right? You want to get back at a girl who spurned you, and in return you get to undermine our political system.
So maybe you should be asking, who has spurned you? And how can you get back at them?
This is not about Josh. This is not about him. And I do not let...
You can do it!
In many countries in the world, there is a great chasm between what male and female youth are able to access. What if we provided master class to young women in countries where maybe they're not able to access education? So, it could be like Judd Apatow teaches comedy, Diane von Furstenberg teaches fashion. What if we gave that to women who were not getting an education from their government?
I think it's a great idea.
Shonda Rhimes teaches production.
Why not?
Gary Kasparov teaches chess.
Okay.
Mark Cuban teaches business.
Okay. I mean, we may have to tailor some of these to the local context.
Mark Cuban teaches, what else could he teach?
I don't know who Mark Cuban is. I'm not great at like popular culture.
He's on Shark Tank,
Oh, I see.
which is how I've learned all of my business acumen. David Mamet teaches drama to women who have been historically deprived of education in their home countries.
I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and shoot this one down.
Do what you love.
Okay, I'll skip over clean energy, which is green mix. There are no bad ideas, I know, just stupid people and failures. Okay, I know we have to wrap this up. Okay, another thing that you said in your course, Sarah, is that the best way to start a business is to start from the consumer, right? You start from the issue. You don't think, I want to be a star, what's my brand? You think, like, what do people need?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I try to do.
People need you to be a billionaire.
Well, it wouldn't hurt. A lot of women are very alienated in our society. So what if there was a place where women could, live together, like a grassroots co-op, co-working, co-living, some are good for mental health, some are rural, maybe, somewhere
Where is it? I will move there. Tell me.
Oregon, maybe, performance-based revenue sharing, job creation, full-time work,
This sounds amazing.
mission-oriented.
I want to live there.
No one can leave. So you have to commit to be there. There's a daily routine, unified
Oh,
clothes.
this is starting to sound like a cult.
New names.
Are you trying to build a cult? Are you going to be the leader of this cult? Is there going to be groping? Is this going to be called grope? I have another meeting to go to.
Sure.
Are you looking for funding for this cult?
Are you looking for the next rocket ship?
Not really.
Professor Chahim's comments had me thinking, why are there so few female cult leaders? Is it because women have trouble supporting other women?
Your work in public health and sustainable development has taken you to the UK, Brazil, India, China, Malaysia, Mexico, Bangladesh, Egypt, Tunisia, Lebanon, and Kazakhstan. What's a destination I can't miss?
A destination you can't miss?
Yeah.
What's a destination you can't miss? I'm trying to think of something that would be useful for you particularly.
Preferably somewhere with pina coladas.
What is your hometown?
I grew up in California, but I like to live in the moment.
So I think a destination you can't miss is where you are right now. Be fully present. And then you can go make yourself a pina colada.
Is this a riddle?
No, I really mean it. You should not be jetting around the world. You should just stay where you are and try to figure things out right here before you expose more people and put them at risk.
So you think I should start my business here before I bring it to Oregon?
Yeah, maybe talk to some people around here and see what they think.